Sports. The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Miami's return team will have that offense backed up. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind him, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. Fires to the right. It's complete. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
The running back has it. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
Got him downfield. Can anyone catch him? And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Ready to try the point after. And it's perfect. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Drag down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Now the toss. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
No, if you're going to defend the slant route, you've got to be physical near the line of scrimmage. You saw that on defense there.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Williams looking for a man. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Wide open downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. App State rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance balance to really take off and get to that next level.
After that last completion, it's second down. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Firing to the right, complete. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you...
Grabs it inside the 10, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
42, Spider.
Williams will pass. He finds his man. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field.
In blue.
The option look. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
first down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, that's great defense. Breaking the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Payne. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
They get him down after he makes the catch. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Williams will pass. Throwing right. It's caught. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys.
And the ball is picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Got it.
A third and long coming up here.
Let's go.
Trying play action. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Canes will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Bulls his way forward. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and force the TFL.
Wants to throw on third down. He's going to fire deep. Snags it down the right side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Number 17.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Now the pitch. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Williams looking for a man. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the off.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Williams will pass. Fires to the middle. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Goes to the option. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Canes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Nice move there. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 3rd down play from the gun. It falls incomplete, and will change into the field to get things started back up. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The Irish send out the punt unit. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Moss. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making the honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The incompletion brings up a second down. They'll run the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Irish!
Number 3.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Illinois. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, going up top. Back open in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Quarterback extends the play. Fires downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down.
Touchdown, Miami! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. They're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA